So I'm in the Lego room at my parents' house. Here's something I made a very long time ago as a teenager. Little Carl and Ellie from Up. I don't have a lot of Lego in Sydney. There is a lot of Lego here. So sitting down to play with Lego is totally different in those two environments, and I promise I will bring this round to being relevant to music. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in my apartment in Sydney, I really don't have that much Lego. I have like a small shoebox of little bits and bobs from small sets that I've kind of bought in Sydney in the last year and a half, maybe. It's gotten me thinking about different ways of creating. Shoebox Lego, all you can do is tabletop builds. That's what we call when you just pick up random little pieces and do small little things. And you can have an idea, but there's no point having a final destination in mind because you're never going to get where you want to go. So it's much more fun to let go of that and just build something. So the other week I was just sitting doodling, and what I ended up with was kind of fun, kind of silly, not very structurally sound. The end. That was fun. Tabletop builds, the problem you're dealing with is not having enough pieces. And that's a good problem because creativity works best within boundaries. But here the problem is overwhelming choice and losing the flow state and getting too stuck in your head about doing something perfect because you can. Because any piece that I want exists. There are going to be some exceptions to that, but for the most part, any piece that you want is here. I was like, I want to make something, I don't know what to make. I just picked up the book I've been reading and I'm making that out of Lego. Yeah, it's a bit small. So I haven't spent a lot of time in this room since I was a teenager. So I don't know where anything is anymore. And it's really hard to get in the flow state when you've got to stop constantly and search for the specific box that has the specific piece that you want. I don't like it. It's very time consuming and it kind of kills the vibe a little bit. The new problem ceases to be having the pieces and it becomes actually just finishing the thing. So I didn't have the piece I wanted, but honestly it turned out better anyway. I was trying to put, you know what, it doesn't matter what I was trying to do. But too many choices makes creativity really, really hard. I vividly remember going to an American cereal aisle for the first time. As a little kid in Japan, we didn't have a lot of cereal to choose from. American cereal aisle, that thing just like went on forever, and it's like, how am I supposed to decide what to pick? In the end, I got Buzz Lightyear cereal, which I do sing about in a song.
I remember this living room, Lego on the floor, Buzz Lightyear cereal, and a caravan. I'm living my childhood again.
Oh, pass the milk!
Huh? Pass the milk.
So I did say I would bring this back around to being relevant to music. My earliest stuff, I just hit record and I tried things. And I never got where I wanted to go, and I learnt to let go of that and just see where it took me. And that's because I was running on instinct. I used to, for years, record vocals on my laptop, just like the microphone under the keyboard on my MacBook Pro. For years, that was my vocal microphone. I just hit record and I sung. The problem with that was if I needed to come back and re-record anything, I never knew how to make them match because I didn't understand the theory of what I was doing. So instinct is kind of like the shoebox Lego in my Sydney apartment. But once you start learning theory, you enter here, right? You enter the mecca, the Lego room in your parents' granny flat. And as I started to understand the theory of how to record vocals, I could understand what I had done the first time and how to match it the second. I came to understand that the room that you're in affects how it sounds, whether or not you have, a towel around you, that can make a difference. How close you are to the microphone, that can make a difference. How you're performing the vocals themselves makes a difference. So I was able to start actually matching the sounds of what I was doing between songs. But the thing about theory is it also opens up a whole world where instead of having one solution to the problem and that one solution is the thing that comes to you instinctively, you learn like 4 others, right? I also start to learn the instincts of people that I admire. How do they solve this problem? What comes naturally to them? Can I copy that? It may not come naturally to me, but I can learn to do the same thing. So sometimes you've just got like more solutions going on. And that's exciting, but I've got to work really hard to not mean that I never finish stuff. Because I'm really bad at finishing things. It's not the first time I've said that on this channel. And you will notice that I don't always upload as regularly as certainly what I would like to do. Because I'm never finishing videos. Because there's so many different ways that I could do them. I've been given the skills to think through editing in a way that I never had before. I used to edit on instinct. Now, a year into my degree, I'm editing with theory. And that's great. And it's also one big cereal aisle in America, and there's too many options now. So the solution is to let go of this idea of perfection at the end. Yes, I can make what I want the way that I want to, but if that standard is stopping me from just making anything, I just need to lower the standard. The little thing that I'm making while I'm sick, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done so that I can feel satisfied like I did something in my couple of days here in the Lego room, and I can be proud of the thing that I made, and I move on.